What if consuming water first thing in the morning could actually be detrimental to your health? Water itself isn't the problem, but when paired with certain habits, it can lead to issues ranging from nausea to long-term organ stress. While many extol the virtues of morning hydration, few discuss the potential risks associated with careless practices. This is particularly relevant for older adults, whose systems are often more sensitive and reactive. Your kidneys, digestion, and heart all rely on proper timing and balance. In the early hours, your body exists in a fragile equilibrium, hormones are in flux, blood pressure is recalibrating, and electrolyte levels may be diminished. If you overwhelm your system improperly or with unsuitable methods, the repercussions might not be instantly apparent, yet they linger beneath the surface. Some individuals experience fatigue, while others may encounter heart palpitations or cold sweats, and some simply feel an inexplicable unease. The link can be elusive, but understanding the underlying mechanisms brings clarity. In this video, we will dissect 5 key elements. There are several common mistakes that can turn the act of drinking water first thing in the morning from beneficial to detrimental. Each mistake carries a subtle risk that often goes unnoticed. The final point may even alter your perspective on your entire morning routine. If you prioritize a calm digestion, a steady heart, and a clear mind, then continue reading. This could be one of the most eye-opening insights you encounter this week. Let's dive in. First up, ice-cold water on an empty stomach may seem invigorating, but pouring ice-cold water into your body first thing in the morning can be quite a shock to your system, especially after a night of rest. Your stomach has been empty, your internal organs have settled into a gentle rhythm, and your blood vessels are slightly constricted. Introducing freezing water into that quiet pipeline is akin to slamming on the brakes while your car's engine is still warming up. This sudden change disrupts digestion, tenses the stomach muscles, and narrows blood vessels. As they attempt to facilitate a gentle transition into the day, the issue lies not with the water itself but rather with its temperature. Cold water compels the body to expend additional energy to restore core temperature balance. While this may not pose a significant concern for younger individuals, it can introduce undue strain on the cardiovascular system for older adults with slower metabolisms. You might experience a sudden headache, a wave of dizziness, or a persistent chill in your chest. These are not indicators of revitalization, but rather signals from your body is preparing to confront an unforeseen challenge. Allow me to introduce Ella, a 76-year-old woman who began each day by downing a tall glass of ice water straight from the fridge. She appreciated how it cleared her throat and invigorated her senses. However, she soon became aware of other sensations, stomach cramps, cold fingers, and sluggish digestion throughout the morning. After discussing these issues with her doctor, she was advised to try room temperature water for a few weeks. The results were immediate. Her hands ceased their trembling, and mornings transformed into a state of calmness, comfort, and reduced reactivity. We frequently assume that discomfort is merely a facet of aging, yet many of these minor aches and jolts stem from habits that no longer align with our body's needs. Cold water may have invigorated us at 25, but at 75, it could be causing more harm than benefit. Therefore, if your mornings begin with something that feels like a shock to your system, consider taking a step back. Allow your body to awaken gently and opt for water that is more in tune with your natural temperature. Give your organs the respect they deserve. After all, they've carried you through so much, and they've truly earned it. Secondly, be mindful of how you drink. There's a certain satisfaction in taking a big gulp, especially when thirst strikes, but consuming water too quickly, particularly in those first moments after waking, can disrupt your entire system. Your body is still making the transition from sleep to wakefulness, and every system is a bit more sensitive. Your stomach lining may not be ready, your heart rate is adjusting, and your blood pressure is fluctuating. Recalibrating, chugging down a full glass of water in one go, even if it's room temperature, can trigger bloating, dizziness, and in some cases, even nausea, or a lightheaded feeling that seems to come out of nowhere. When you drink too quickly, your body doesn't have time to process that sudden intake. The kidneys jump into overdrive, your electrolyte balance shifts, and the stomach expands suddenly, which can cause discomfort, gas, or even trigger acid reflux in those who are prone to it. Seniors, in particular, need to be mindful. As we age, the intricacies of fluid regulation become increasingly nuanced. What may seem like a straightforward approach to hydration can inadvertently trigger a series of reactions that lead to discomfort rather than relief. Consider Walter, a 72-year-old retired coach who approached hydration with the same rigor he applied to his training. Each morning, he adhered to a steadfast routine, waking up, stretching, and downing a full bottle of water before even stepping out of bed. Yet, as time passed, he began to experience unexpected dizziness on certain mornings, leaving him puzzled and searching for answers. By skipping meals, he wasn't dehydrated, but when he shared his routine with his doctor, they uncovered the issue. He was overwhelming his body with water before it had the chance to stabilize. With a simple adjustment, sipping his water slowly over 15 to 20 minutes, his symptoms vanished. There exists a rhythm to hydration, and respecting that rhythm, particularly in the morning, can significantly impact well-being. Sipping slowly allows the body to absorb water more effectively, alleviates stress on the kidneys, and prevents a sudden drop in electrolyte levels. That can leave you feeling weak or jittery, so rather than hurrying through your morning glass, embrace it as a ritual. Sit up, breathe, and sip gently, allowing your body to receive rather than react. A few extra minutes can spare you a whole day of discomfort. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss any videos. Your support enables us to keep creating meaningful content. Let's delve into an important topic: the risks associated with drinking from plastic bottles left overnight. Many people find it convenient to keep a plastic water bottle by their bedside for easy access in the morning. However, if that bottle is left out for an extended period, particularly in warm environments or direct sunlight, it can begin to leach harmful chemicals into the water. A significant concern is a compound known as BPA, which is commonly found in older or lower-quality plastics. Even bottles labeled BPA-free aren't always safe, as other substitute chemicals can behave similarly when heat and time come into play. This is significant because these chemicals are known as endocrine disruptors, meaning they can mimic hormones in your body and disrupt the functioning of your glands. For seniors already dealing with blood sugar, blood pressure, or thyroid issues, this additional interference, even in small amounts, can lead to imbalances. The symptoms may not be immediate, but over weeks or months, you might start to notice changes. Increased fatigue, mood swings, or digestive changes can often go unnoticed, especially when a seemingly harmless bedside routine is at play. Take Stanley, for instance, a 78-year-old who took pride in his morning hydration ritual. He kept a plastic bottle by his bed, refilling it from the tap and using it for weeks without a second thought. Positioned next to a warm lamp and sometimes in direct sunlight, this habit eventually led to headaches and bloating that didn't correlate with his diet or medications. After some research, he began to connect the dots. After consulting with his nutritionist, he transitioned to glass and stainless steel containers, and he stopped leaving bottles out overnight. Within weeks, his symptoms improved, and for the first time in months, his energy levels stabilized. It's easy to overlook minor exposures like these, especially when they appear innocuous, but for aging bodies, every additional chemical burden counts. The liver has to work harder, hormones struggle to maintain balance, and the body becomes increasingly susceptible to external factors. If you've been reusing plastic bottles or storing water by your bedside, in gentle vessels, it may be time to rethink your choices. Opt for glass or stainless steel, or at the very least, fill a clean container each morning instead of depending on one that has lingered overnight. This small adjustment can lead to significant tranquility. Consider the impact of drinking water on a very full or very empty stomach after certain medications. Mornings are fragile. It's when your body seeks to regain its balance, particularly after a night of fasting, which can be especially true for many older adults. Mornings bring with them the ritual of medications, blood pressure pills, thyroid tablets, pain relievers. These small capsules hold significant responsibilities. Yet, many overlook a crucial aspect: the manner in which these medications are consumed, particularly concerning water and food, can alter their impact entirely. For instance, drinking plain water on an empty stomach immediately after taking certain medications may result in nausea, stomach discomfort, and, in some instances, diminished effectiveness. Some pills are intended to be taken with food, while others require an empty stomach for optimal results. The stomach, when not accompanied by substantial water intake, can react differently. Some individuals may experience adverse effects due to fluctuating acidity levels influenced by their drinking habits. The digestive system is not merely a passive conduit, it is a delicate equilibrium of enzymes, fluids, and timing. Overloading it with water, particularly on an empty stomach or after a substantial meal, can disrupt absorption. This could result in not fully benefiting from medication, or, even more concerning, it might irritate the stomach lining without your awareness. Understanding the situation, let's examine Margaret, an 80-year-old who started facing morning nausea that appeared unrelated to her diet. Her blood tests came back normal, and her meals were regular. However, every morning, about 30 minutes after taking her thyroid medication with a large glass of water, she felt queasy and uneasy. Her doctor found that she was drinking too much water too quickly on an empty stomach and not allowing her stomach enough time to settle before eating. By switching to smaller sips of water with her pill and waiting 45 minutes, she was able to alleviate her discomfort. Before breakfast, the nausea vanished entirely, and even better, her subsequent blood test revealed that her medication was functioning more effectively. It's easy to underestimate the sensitivity of the stomach in the morning, particularly after years of taking the same medication. However, our bodies evolve, and our reactions can change. By beginning our day with awareness rather than assumptions, we allow ourselves the opportunity to adapt before issues arise. So, if you've been waking up feeling uneasy or if your medication seems less potent than it once did, consider taking a moment to reflect. Take a moment to examine what you're consuming and the quantity, as it could be an easy adjustment with significant benefits. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, please comment number 4 below to show your presence. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's proceed to the next point, number 5, the practice of skipping breakfast and opting for water instead. While it may seem healthy and disciplined to some, the practice of waking up, drinking a large glass of water, and skipping breakfast can have unintended consequences, particularly for seniors. This habit can subtly deplete energy levels, lower blood sugar, and create a challenging deficit to overcome throughout the day. Although hydration is crucial, relying solely on water without food to balance your system can lead to feelings of lethargy, irritability, and mental fog, often without an awareness of the underlying connection. Upon waking, the body is already in a fasting state. Your glucose levels are low, and your brain is in need of fuel while your muscles await essential nutrients. While drinking water can help jumpstart circulation and rehydrate cells, it doesn't supply the carbohydrates or protein necessary for your brain and body to function optimally. If you follow that water with coffee, the effects can become more pronounced. You might find yourself stimulating your system without providing a solid foundation, leading to feelings of jitteriness, anxiety, or emotional flatness by mid-morning. It's all too easy to misinterpret these symptoms as signs of aging, stress, or sleep issues when, in reality, they stem from a lack of proper nourishment. Let's discuss Alice, a 69-year-old who aimed to streamline her mornings. She learned that water could enhance metabolism and that intermittent fasting was trending, so she decided to skip breakfast and only drink water until noon. Initially, she shed a few pounds, but soon fatigue took hold, her mood declined, and she became increasingly forgetful. Her daughter observed that Alice was repeating herself during conversations. A visit to the doctor showed no significant medical problems, just a deficiency in consistent glucose intake in the morning. Incorporated a small protein-rich breakfast into her routine, such as eggs and fruit or oatmeal and nuts. Her energy returned, her focus sharpened, and she began to feel like herself again. Skipping breakfast may seem harmless, even commendable, but for an aging body, especially one already managing medication or hormonal changes, it poses risks. Consider food in the morning as kindling for a fire. Without it, the flame flickers, but with it, you burn steady and strong. Water plays its part, but it can't do the job alone. So, if you've been starting your day with only water is essential, and the idea that less can be more might just be the shift you need. Providing your body with both hydration and nourishment is key to waking up revitalized, both inside and out. Morning routines hold significant power. They establish the mood for your day, influencing your energy and focus. While drinking water first thing is often celebrated, and rightly so, it's important to remember that it's not a universal remedy. The reality is that water serves its purpose best when approached thoughtfully. When we rush, overindulge, or overlook our body's signals, we can miss the mark. Intended assistance can subtly cause discomfort, particularly as we grow older and our bodies become more attuned to changes. What once felt invigorating may now seem overwhelming, and what was once innocuous might require reconsideration. This isn't rooted in fear but in a deeper understanding, an opportunity to nurture the body you possess now, rather than the one from 2 decades past. Perhaps it involves savoring your drink instead of gulping it down, warming your water just a touch, or having a small snack before you hydrate. It might even mean parting ways with that well-worn plastic bottle you've relied on for too long. Often, these changes may not be grand or theatrical, rather, they are the result of careful consideration. It is frequently these subtle adjustments that safeguard our comfort, clarity, and confidence as we navigate through life. Your willingness to recognize how minor details can lead to significant impacts speaks volumes about your character. You are observant, compassionate, and committed to continuous learning and personal growth. This perspective enriches your daily experiences, so continue this journey. Embrace one of these insights and put it into practice. Tomorrow morning, take a moment to observe how your body reacts when it is treated with respect rather than routine. We appreciate your presence today and would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below sharing one insight you gained and how you intend to incorporate it into your life. Your thoughts matter greatly to us, so feel free to express them. Reading your comments fuels our motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for tuning in, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our next video.